Hello. How are you? Hey, bye Pago, how are you? Happy Monday. I hope you're having a great start to your week. Let me just get this situated a little bit better. It's kind of wiggly. Hey Tyler Jane, how are you? When do you start that new job? I'm excited for you. Some flowers. Yay! I love flowers. I actually have been really intentional about putting fresh flowers around me lately. Just a couple of weeks ago, I scored a free dozen roses at the grocery store, and just having them here at the house felt so good that I've continued to at least have one or two fresh things around. So I'm actually, my little flowers that I'm looking at now are kind of yellow and dying, so I need some new ones. So thanks for that reminder that I need to bring some more fresh flowers into my life. So how are you on this beautiful day? Right? I don't know what the weather is like, but I know that it's a beautiful day because you all have the opportunity to do some amazing stuff. Hey Con, how are you? So where are you coming from today? If you can just type in your box where you are hailing from, that would be great. I'm broadcasting from Colorado. I live just south of the Denver area, and I'm doing great. I am doing my afternoon hustle. And so if this is your first time scoping in with me, my name is Sarah, aka the Mill Coach, and I am a coach who works primarily with millennials, and we work on leadership. And to me, that means two things. That means leadership of yourself, like who are you? Getting super connected with all of the rock star things that make you amazing. And then it's also leadership of others, right? So how are you connecting to that thing that's bigger than just yourself to make a bigger impact in the world? So that's who I am. I'm also a mama, and so I call this my nap time hustle because my two lovelies are upstairs sleeping right now. And so this is the time where I really crank out content and do scopes and things like that. And it has been a few moments since I've scoped, and it's been pretty intentional because I've been working on me. Actually had the opportunity to do a couple of really neat personal development things over the past couple of weeks, and one of them was with Rachel Jane Groover. And if you are not following her, definitely when you're done with today's scope, pop over and make sure you hit follow, because she's scoping almost on the daily about how you can be amazing. And the class that I went to was called The Art of Feminine Presence, and look at all those hearts. Yes, it was freaking fantastic. She isn't just about the theory, right? She's about getting your hands dirty and really connecting with that awesomeness that you are, whether it's feminine or it's masculine. It's about being connected to that core and a whole lot of other stuff. So definitely go check her out. So I've been doing that work. And I've also been doing some behind the scenes stuff on launching a really cool new program, and I'll talk more about that in just a second. But I bet you're wondering, what is that number one thing that I do that helps me really rock my business, right? Any guesses? Any guesses about that? That one thing that really helps me just kill my business mindset, right? Because mindset, that mental, precedes the physical. Well, it's probably something that you're going to be like, really? Right? And so the answer is writing. The answer is my journal. And so I want you to just do a gut check. When's the last time that you journaled? Mindfulness? Ooh, Tyler, that one, I think journaling for me ties into mindfulness. And so we can talk about that just for a second. So yeah, last week, Tim, excellent. I want you to say, Tim, that you're going to do it today. Right? So journaling every single day, and it's not like I do it every single day, but every day that I do it, it pays huge dividends. And there's a couple of reasons, or a couple of things that I notice about when I take that time to just write. Right? Sometimes I do it in the morning, sometimes I do it in the evening, sometimes I do it during the nap time hustle, but it's just that idea that you find that time. One of the things that I find is that it helps me move ideas out of my mind, right? You're going to do it today. That's such a great reminder. Yes, Tyler Jane. It is so amazing, right? Even for just 5 minutes. And so if you can whip out your iPhone or Android, whatever you're using, and just set a timer for 5 minutes and write, it moves those thoughts, those ideas out of your head onto your paper. And I'll tell you what, if you can write things out and then kind of say, all right, what did that really mean? give yourself that space to ponder that stuff that you just dumped onto the paper, it helps you know more what you know. And that might seem like, well, I don't get that, but just do it, right? Hey, how are you guys? We are talking about that number one thing that helps me rock my business, and that is my journal. So it helps me move the ideas out of my head onto the paper, and I know what I really know. It helps me to give a different perspective about all those ideas that spin around and around and around. Right? You're with me, Chase? Yes. Right? So what is that benefit of knowing what you know? Well, it gives me a compass. It gives me some different ways to make decisions, right? It helps me make faster decisions because I'm totally in tune. I know, right? I'm in alignment. I know what feels authentic for me and what doesn't, right? So you know what you know. The second reason that I love journaling is that I'll just be writing it. It doesn't even matter what I'm writing about. And I get this random whoa, you should do that with your business. Right? I was actually doing that today in my journal when I had the idea of, well, I should be scoping about journaling. Right? It was bam, it was right there. And I had a couple of other amazing ideas that just flowed, right? And I wasn't sitting down saying, okay, now's time to get creative. Now's the time to think about what I'm going to be offering my clients. No, it was just random. I'm journaling. I journaled about my husband. I journaled about my business. I journaled about my kids. I journaled about some of my clients. I was just journaling about whatever came up. And as a result, I had a spark of creativity. Right? Some ideas just found their way into my brain that I was able to then just hurry and grab and jot down. Right? So it helps with the idea flow, and it also helps me to connect with what I want to feel. Right? And this is really, really important, you guys. Right? You can say, I want to have a $100,000 business, but if you can't connect it with the feeling that that's going to give you, you're not going to make it happen. Right? You've got to really see it, feel it, own it. And so every single time I sit down to journal, I always ask myself that question, or always try to remember to ask myself the question, how is it that I want to feel? Right? And so I'll get really specific. Yesterday I did a lot of journaling around this, and it was about, I want to feel supported. I want to feel inspired. I want to feel wealthy, right? It was just a laundry list of all the ways that I want to feel. So do a gut check now. How do you want to feel today? Have you written about it? Right? So once you identify how you feel, right, you start putting that energy out there, and you're more likely to actually make it freaking happen. It's proven, right? So your journal, your BFF, when it comes to the things that you want to have in your life, including those feelings. So hey, if you just joined, we are talking about journaling. And how I think it is one of the most underrated tools in running your rocking business, right? Leadership does come from the inside out. You journal about how you're feeling. You journal about how your business is doing. I mean, you just cover the gamut. Hey, yo, what's up? Do you journal? I hope that you do. I don't speak French, right? So just one of those things. So hopefully you understand English. So I'm going to just give you a snapshot into my journal from yesterday. I was really thinking about where I want to do my work, and I am going to have the most amazing office. And so I started to put some ideas around what my office might look like. And so I just started to think, okay, you love me. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Do I want to marry you? I'm already married. Sorry. See that? A little bling there. So I just started to say, okay, if I were to have this ideal office, what would the pieces and parts be? Right? Bonjour. And I had a creativity area. So I want a big whiteboard where I can just go and put ideas up, right? I want to have the most amazing markers and colors and everything that, would help me to be creative. Stickers and neat scissors and, for creating really cool vision boards. And so I want to have this art supply corner next to the creativity station. I want to have some bean bags that I could just throw up and, just lay on, and as we're having creative brainstormings, we could just hang out, right? I want to have some tall boy tables so that all of our meetings, or the meetings that I have in this office space, don't have to be sitting down. Sometimes I want to be up on my feet creating, and so I want a place to put my coffee and to put my my, journal while I'm writing and all of that fun stuff. So I wanted some tall boy tables. I wrote there some ideas like I want soft feel. I want it to feel fresh. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. I so appreciate it. I want to have a really nice printer so that once I've created this vision or a really cool Pinterest board, because I love to use Pinterest while I'm creating, ideas and that feel for marketing campaigns or things that I'm going to launch for my business. So I want a really nice printer so I can print it out and look at those beautiful things. Hey, from Russia. I want to have a yoga station and mindfulness/meditation area of my office so that when I've got 5 minutes of downtime, I can hop over and do some downward dog or whatever it is I feel like I need to do. Or if I need to just sit and breathe, right? Let's all just do that for a minute. Just sit and breathe. Take a nice deep breath in and out, right? We need to do more of that. I want to have a really cool chaise lounge in my office. I want to have a desk over in the corner with some beautiful flowers. Those are my flowers, right? I'm not a great artist, but that's not the point with journaling, right? You just get the ideas out of your head onto the paper. I want to have a really cool couch, and I want to have a kids station, right? Because I said before that I've got a couple of kids and they're integrated in my business and the time that I spend. So I want to invite them into my space and create a place for them to go and play. Hey, how are you? So yeah, this was one thing that I did in my journal. There are other things that I write in my journal that are just a laundry list of things, right? The other day I did, this is things that I want to do in my life, right? And so I just did a nice little laundry list that then spilled over. I came up with 23 things in just a couple of minutes of things that I want to do in my life. So your activity for journaling, whether you have a business or you don't, thank you, I like that too, is to do this. I want you to, when you have the next free 10 minutes, I want you to journal on this thing and write it down if you've got a pencil and a paper. Hey guys, if I could achieve blank within the next 30 days to make my life rock, what would it be? All right, so if I could achieve blank in the next 30 days, it would make my life rock. Okay, so just journal, fill in the blank. What would the answer be? Then, you're not done. When you've got that nice list, you graduate, yes, you just have a few more days, you've got it. Then I want you to say, okay, I know what it is that I want to have happen in this next 30 days, but what is it going to take to actually make this happen? What are the specific actions that you're going to need, right? What are the barriers that you're going to have to overcome? And so you're going to fill in this blank. It will take me doing blank to make it happen, right? It'll take me doing blank to make that happen, right? Get specific in all the behaviors, the things that you're going to need to do. All right, so that was the first, the second, and then the third thing that I would love for you to do in your journal today, not tomorrow, right? You've got to do this shit today, is to think about how it's going to feel when you achieve that thing, right? So it will fill blank when you do this. Right? It will fill blank when you do this. So quick recap. If I could achieve blank in the next 30 days and make my life rock, it would be, yeah, right? Second, it'll take me doing blank to make this happen. And third, I will feel blank once I rock that stuff out. Right? So what do you think? How many of you are journaling? What do you journal about? Right? What works for you? I would love to hear some of the comments. While you are typing some of that in, who's Wolf Dog 50/50? I'm curious. One of the things I like to do is just to go onto Twitter and I will see what hashtags are trending, and I will just pick a couple that seem interesting. And so just the other day it was National Unicorn Day. So you could have taken that idea of hashtag National Unicorn Day and just started to journal around, okay, what are some of the attributes about me that make me a freaking unicorn? Right? Or who are some of the unicorns in my life that I know, and what are the things that I absolutely love about them? Right? You could come up with a gratitude list. And so there is inspiration freaking everywhere when it comes to the things that you should journal about. Yes, Tyler Jane, I love that emoji. It's my absolute hands down favorite emoji. I don't care. My other favorite is, the kind of rock on emoji. But yeah, I love doing that. Twitter is my favorite. Yes, you love it too. Woohoo! I also, there are so many. The tacos one, I have to figure out how to weave that in because I think the taco one is just funny. So anyway, what is your journal? I'm going to show you just one more thing. I have a, and actually, if you've watched me before, you may have seen me use this. I have a Danielle Laporte weekly planner, and there are pages in here as you're, filling out each week for you to do journaling. And so I actually journal in several different books. I've got creative journals, I've got personal journals, I've got business stuff. And so I just spent some time journaling on the parts of my story that I want to be vulnerable around. Hey, bonjour from French. Hey, Faustine. So I just decided, okay, over the next week, I really want to add ideas to this, parts of my story that I want to be vulnerable about. And so I've created this one page in my journal, and I'm going to keep coming back to it throughout the week. So is there something, hey guys that are just joining, we're talking about using your journal as the #1 tool to rock your business, because I tell you what, it brings creative ideas, it helps you to move forward. You can also write down your money goals, right? I have a money goal of making $4,333 this week, so that's a big deal for me. I'm writing about how that's going to feel, what am I going to do with the money, all of that. So yes, absolutely doing journaling, and then just getting super intentional about the parts of, whatever that you need to work through. So let's see, what did I write about parts of my story that I want to be vulnerable around? And I chose this because I think that part of my ability to attract my ideal clients is to show who I am, right? And to be super vulnerable. And so I wanted to talk about the fact that when I was a little girl, I lived with my mom. My parents got divorced when I was just 2. And we didn't have a whole lot of money. And I remember for a long time we didn't have a car. And we walked everywhere that we went. And that wasn't something that I had even thought about for a really long time, but I think it's a really important part of my story and can show, some of the things about my life and why I do what I do. Because, I remember having to take a taxi to a birthday party once, and I was just so embarrassed, that I had to take a taxi to, I think it was maybe 12 or 13, to a birthday party, and it just felt weird. I don't even think I was that old. Maybe I was like 9 or 10, but anyway, that doesn't matter. But it just showed me that, you do whatever it takes, right, to get the shit done that you need to get done. No matter if it's the popular thing to do or the normal thing to do, you show up. If you need to get somewhere, sometimes you might just have to frickin' walk, right? So suck it up, buttercup, do whatever it takes. All right. So anyway, I have a couple of other things here that I have selected for vulnerabilities, and they are going to be future topics of Periscopes. So make sure you're following me if you aren't already, so that you can hear some more of my story. So what else? What else do you want to know? Right? Your journal is your best frickin' friend. I promise you. If you don't have one that you love to write in because it's pretty and it feels good, and you've got a really nice pen or whatever, sometimes I like to do it in colors, then go and make the investment. It's going to be worth the 10 or $20 that you spend. Abso-frickin-lutely. And while you're at it, you might want to buy like 2 or 3 because you're going to be filling these pages up. So make it a part of your daily mantra, your daily rhythm for success. Get into your journal at least 5 friggin' minutes. You can do it. If you can't, then seriously, you need to check yourself and just see all of the beautiful stuff that might, I say, aka will, unfold. And if you're on this scope and you're a business owner or you're thinking of starting a business, I want to make sure to offer you the opportunity to talk with me, because I have a wonderful strategic partner, Cami Gildner, and she and I are launching a business mastermind group in just a couple of weeks. And it is for people that really want to work on the mindset piece, right? And that's what journaling helps with. It helps you get in the right mindset to then actually physically create shit, right? So if you are a CEO of your own business and you're thinking, man, I could really benefit from that accountability to work on my mindset, I could really benefit for some ideas on how do I actually go about building a stronger mental mindset, then please, please, please go out to my Facebook page or go out to Twitter and shoot me a PM, because I would love to talk to you more about this mastermind. It's something that is super, super, exclusive isn't the right word. It's like you have to be the right fit for the type of business that we're going to be bringing into this program, but would love to learn a little bit more about your business and how Cami and I could be of service. So thank you for giving me some of your time today. You can find my Twitter is millcoach, M-I-L-L coach, so make sure you go and follow me there, and then you can follow me on Facebook. Let me just flip this around. You can see how to spell my name. It's right there. So Sarah J. Bonenkamp. Go check it out. And Have a sunshiny day. Oh, I so appreciate that, Miss Tyler. Thanks for hanging tough with me, and have a great day. I'll see you on our next scope. Bye, everybody.